Welcome to First Agreement.
I'm Lily.
And I'm Emma, as always.
And we are so glad to be back with you all.
I know. It's exciting. Let's dive right into the quote of the day.
All right.
I picked this one because I always pick the quotes because quotes are my thing. And I was in a rush writing the skeleton, and so I just kind of picked the first one that popped up. And then I read it, and I was like, actually, this is a really awesome quote. So, you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something. Your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let me down and has made all the difference in my life. Steve Jobs. That one guy.
Oh my god.
Lily's already annoyed with me.
Yes.
We're having a sleepover. We're actually recording on Saturday instead of Sunday.
This is new territory.
Really? I don't think this is that different.
It.
Maybe that's because I take like weeks to edit because I only do little snippets at a time.
Okay. So, what's our news, Emma?
You're supposed to actually start it.
Okay, fine. It's episode 8. Can you believe it? We're 2 episodes away from our big 10.
And 10, we have something special planned, and the episode will hopefully be 30 minutes if I figure everything out in time, because, you know, not everything falls into place always. I'm smiling. Submitting your poems, that's still there. You can definitely do that to, no capitals, ready, verseagreement@gmail.com. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Oh my god, never say that again.
I will say this as many times
We
as I want
have,
to. No,
our
I'm
things
not
are still
done
up. We
talking.
still have the Twitter. We still have the YouTube.
Shh, don't say the other thing. We still have the Tumblr.
Yeah, we've got bloggers still going.
And, drumroll please. And now, an Instagram.
Boom! It's finally happened.
I know.
We've had like every other social media, with the exception of Facebook.
Because that's not happening.
No.
Just now. Yeah, so I set up the Instagram yesterday after school. I was just like, you know, let's knock this out. Might as well dive all in there. So we'll be hopefully now posting more on the social media. And we'll still release every other Friday.
Yeah, and I finally figured out our Twitter, because I was having problems with it for a while. That's why there hasn't been like a post since December.
Yeah, you need to get on that.
So I fixed it, and you'll definitely be hearing from the Twitter again.
All right, you want to dive into our poem of the week?
Yes, this is our poem of the week. And Emma, who is it by?
It's Locked by Laura Cortes.
Cortez.
There's no accent.
But that's Cortez.
I'm sorry if we say your name wrong. You're a friend of my cousin's, so you're pretty rad.
Okay.
You know, don't make fun of me.
I'm not doing anything.
Wow.
Let's read the poem.
You're so mean to me.
I'm not mean to you.
There's an echo in here. The acoustics are different, guys. I'm sorry.
We're not at filming at Emma's house. This is at my house.
You're talking really loud.
I'm sorry.
Lower your voice. Okay, so this is called Locked.
Breathing heavy.
Darkness everywhere.
Locked doors.
Fear everywhere, in and out of my body.
Crying. Rivers go down my face.
Voiceless from the screams I've made.
I can't talk a word, only scream.
I try opening the doors, but none open.
I'm scared from what's out there with me.
I look around more as the footsteps get closer.
When I notice the door open behind me.
I run to it and find myself looking down at what was in front of me.
I fall to my bottom.
Almost touching my red liquid scattered everywhere on the room's floor.
Trying to escape from the room and out of the hall.
I start to rock myself, knees up to my chest.
Crying when a hand touches my shoulder.
I look up and recognize the face.
I scream.
Someone shakes me and wakes me from this terrible nightmare.
My mother.
She cups my face, saying everything is all right.
But I shake my head and feel my wet face.
More tears come down.
She rocks me while she hugs me.
And my lips tremble.
Fear is in me.
Fear of death coming for me.
I have become insane.
The door opened for insanity and closed when I got trapped in.
Where I was, always and still am in.
Locked in a room with fear.
A room with insanity.
No door will open.
A door will never open.
Making me stay silent.
Useless to talk.
Just to scream.
Snaps for that!
Yeah! I really love this poem because it's really, I mean, it's a poem, but at the same time it's kind of like a really, really short story. But it's a poem.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
And the cool thing about this poem is that it's not, some of the other poems we read are really structured. Like, you could find them in a book. This feels very much like it was written by a peer. Like, this is a genuine thing from someone.
I love it. I've wanted to use this poem for a couple weeks now, and I always forget, because we just have this long list, and I just copy and paste one into an email, and finally this one came. And I love this poem. It's really good. And I definitely like the locked in a room with fear, a room of insanity. I like that, because I think that really, like, describes insanity, because you're trapped, and sometimes there's a door, but it's normally locked, and you just have to...
I don't really understand what you're saying.
Because you're not crazy. That's all right. I'm crazy. Yes, I am. Do I need to go through all my mental illnesses for our audience?
Okay.
All right. It's time for Laura's Corner.
All right, let's head it over to Laura.
Yep, Laura's Corner.
Hi, guys. Welcome back to Laura's Corner for another episode of Laura's Corner. Okay, after that awkward introduction, aren't you excited to hear the poem of this episode by me again? This one is also untitled because since when do I ever have titles for my poems? Anyway, let's get started. I'm scared that I will never forget you. No matter how I try, every relationship I have has you hovering over my head. We're soulmates, meant to be, going to grow old together, live the rest of our lives together. At least, that's what you said to me back when we both believed that was true. I'm sorry if this hurts, because I never told you how much of you lingered with me when I tried to break free. That heart in your chest is half mine, and I'm sorry I didn't notice sooner. I know that you love him, and I know that I said I would try to move on, but here I am, sitting alone and writing this poem for someone that doesn't know. I'm sorry. There's so many reasons why our relationship wouldn't work, because I want someone to settle down with, and you want someone to have fun with. I'm sorry. You have to sit there and know this poem is about you. You are both the sun in the sky and the moon at night. You look so close, but I reach out my fingers and only brush the air. I'm sorry, because you are the moon and I am the tide. I will always follow you. And I'm sorry, because you are a girl, and I am a girl, and I'm still in love with you. Now, that's a poem I wrote quite a while back for someone that I'm actually over now, so... yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I will see you later, bros. Okay.
All right, we're back.
We're back. That
Woo.
was a great poem.
Yeah.
Woo!
Snaps.
Okay.
Sorry. So this week's shout out, Lily's strangling me. Just joking. Shout out goes out to Macy, who's one of my classmates, who's really rad, and she's an artist, and she's a really good artist. Like, I mean, seriously. She's
excellent.
She's an excellent artist. Like, I was just, like, blown away. And she likes the Avengers and stuff.
So, obviously, she's won Emma's heart.
Obviously. And she's, like, working on writing her own book. And she's got all, like, the character stuff on her blog, and they're really cool. And she's done some art stuff for them, and it's really cool. I like her characters. They're pretty interesting. I think my favorite is... oh, gosh, I'm terrible with names. Marshall, or is it Wrath? I don't know. No, I'm pretty sure that's the two names.
Oh, I was like...
I don't know which one's my favorite, because I kind of like both of them.
You should check it out anyway.
Yeah, and she also did this cool thing with Groot. She made a baby dancing group, and it's on a blog. And the blog will be listed, but it's Follow the Moose tracks on Blogger. I love that. That's why I said it. All right, Lily, it's your poem.
Oh, guys, it's my poem this week. And this doesn't have a title. Oh, I didn't. That's weird. I always have a title. Basically, I am in a poetry club at school.
You talk about this all the time.
I'm reiterating it.
Okay, she's in a poetry club.
Called Young Poets Society.
And I'm not in it.
No, she's not. But Laura's in it too, and it's really cool.
Ow!
And
she hit me because I'm eating chocolate.
And she wouldn't let me eat my gum. Okay.
I think those are two different things. Because, see, you're about to read a poem.
Hey,
I
stop talking. I'm discussing my poem. And basically, we had a day when we wrote slam poems. And we had like 20 minutes to write it. And this is the one I wrote, and I really like it. So, here we go. Golden light grazes my cheek, and I am enveloped in your warmth. In your arms, everything fades away. I want for nothing. I need for nothing. I find sanctuary in your eyes like I find pennies on the ground. I find ecstasy in your smile like I find my love for you in my heart. Like I find words of hope woven into my mind. And I know that my dreams and feelings do not belong to me, that I am not the first to own them. I know someone else lays their claim on them as well. I understand this. Just as I understand there are millions of people and letters and numbers and good days and bad days and poets. I understand that there are lonelies and shoelaces and sweatshirts and flash drives and forgottens and bricks mixed into a sea that is endless and deep. And that one of you has had a weight on their chest just as heavy as mine. And that your hands want another hand to curl into yours as mine so often do. But in your arms I see none of it, hear none of it. And in your arms my pain is not lessened, it does not go away, it doesn't exist. In your arms there is nothing in between these millimeters of space. There is no music with the exception of your fearless heartbeat. In your arms there is nothing but my love that is not all mine, but I hold close to me despite that fact. When you are wrapped in my arms, there is nothing but us.
Whoa. That was, like, really good.
Thank you. I actually do remember. This is called In Your Arms.
Oh. My guess would have been Us.
Yeah.
That would have been my guess. But I like it. It's really good.
Thank you.
I'm a stickler for poetry. I don't like all of it.
So, if you didn't notice, I read and share a lot of romantic poems, and I'm sorry, but deal with it.
Yeah. See, I'm like the opposite. I write my poems, they're all like angsty and stuff. Like, I'm like super excited for next week because I wrote 2 new poems. I really want to read them, but I'm not going to do that.
You have to save them.
What?
You have to space them out in our times.
Can I just read one of them?
No.
Can I read the...
No, because it's not your week, it's my week.
I think we should because look at this. We got 6 minutes to fill.
Doesn't matter. You're not reading a poem.
What do you think our viewers would like? I think they would like to hear one of my poems.
But then we break our system, and every time you read a poem, then I'll read a poem.
Or we can make an exception, because
Nope.
It's my birthday.
It's not your birthday. Her birthday is in July.
It's my birthday.
No, it's not, you big liar.
But I feel like...
Too bad. Okay, guys.
Wait, what if I share a joke?
You can share a joke.
Okay.
Is it going to be that joke?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Any salad can be a Caesar salad if you stab it enough.
I'm not laughing because Emma's already told it to me twice.
I shared it with 2 of my friends who put me in a group chat without me really knowing. And we were just sharing band puns all day, but that one came up. There were some good puns in there.
Oh, well, okay. This is Famous Poet of the Week.
I know. I was going to share the sousaphone poem, though. What do you call a sousaphone player you don't like? A sousaphone. Boom.
That one doesn't seem funny to me.
Sousaphone, sousaphone, like friend or foe.
No, I don't.
Oh, God. Alright, so the poem of the week, I found it. I'm going to butcher his name, and I apologize ahead of time.
Oh, I can look at it.
Octavia Paz.
Octavio
Paz.
Octavia is a girl's name.
It's a boy.
I know, but Octavia is a girl's name.
Really?
Yeah.
His name's Octavia.
His name is Octavio.
No, I'm talking about in Roman times. Whatever, forget it. That's Mikhailos Trumpet's name. That's off topic. Okay, so this poem, so basically we do this poetry thing in class, and whenever we do that, I'm just like, yes, I can do this. I actually fist pump the air normally, and everyone's like, I'm in a new class, they're all like, what's wrong with her? Because they don't know I have a poetry podcast. They're slowly learning. And this poem is called After, and I wouldn't have found it if Mrs. Glasgow hadn't made us read poems, and I gotta say, this is like now my favorite poem, and I'll explain why. So I'm gonna read it now. After chopping off... Oh my goodness. Let me start over, please. I'm sorry. After chopping off all the arms that reached out to me, after boarding up all the windows and doors, after filling all the pits with poisoned water, after building my house on a rock of no, inaccessible to flattery and fear, after cutting off my tongue and eating it, after hurling handfuls of silence and monosyllables of scorn at my love, after forgetting my name and the name of my birthplace and the name of my race, after judging and sentencing myself to perpetual waiting and perpetual loneliness, I heard, against the stones of my dungeon, a syllogism, the humid, tender, insistent onset of spring. So, what I get from this poem, like, the picture I get is a person in the room upset because they did something wrong, or they're, like, crying or something, and they just, like, want to close themselves off from everyone and not talk to anybody. But then they realize that they're going to have to. And then, like, it's okay. Because we all think we do, like, something absolutely horrible that no one will ever forgive us for. And then, like, the next day, it's as if it never happened.
Yeah, that's like, a big thing with being a teenager. A teenager is that everything seems like it's going to be the end of the world. Yeah.
It gets blown out of proportion. That's why I like that poem. It was a good one. There's another one that I had to read. I can't remember right now. But I'll probably have that one for my week later. Yeah. It's a good poem. I really like doing poem things in class because they are fun and stuff. Obviously. So, these are this week's goodbyes. So snaps for you. And snaps for that.
We'll see you next week. Snaps for that.
Snaps for that.